Apalachee High School's head football coach has stepped down nearly 6 months after the deadly school shooting there.
Mike Hancock says he's struggled with his mental health after the tragedy. Fox 5's Kim Leffler spoke to him today about his new mission to help other coaches. Kim?
Yeah, Mike Hancock says he struggled with PTSD, anxiety, grief, and depression after the deadly shooting at Apalachee High. He says he wants to speak out about his reason behind his decision to step down to encourage others to seek help.
You can't lie to kids. You can't trick them, and they knew stuff was going on.
Mike Hancock says as students and staff returned to school in the field at Apalachee High, his mental health began declining. Nearly 6 months ago, investigators say 14-year-old Colt Gray opened fire at the school, killing 2 students and 2 teachers, including Richard Aspinwall, one of Hancock's assistant coaches, who he knew well.
We still have kids that, they wear T-shirts with Coach A. There's pretty much a T-shirt every day in that building of some, of his saying or just, something just in remembrance of him.
Hancock says when the shooting happened, he was also still grieving the loss of his father, who passed away last April.
I didn't have him to call. I didn't have my dad to say, hey, what would you do in this situation? And that was part of the grief that I've been going through, too, is losing him. I was trying to make sure, one, our players were okay, our coaches were okay, and then, I wasn't taking time for myself. It hit me that I was letting that cripple me and just, lead to the anxiety, the grief, the depression, and that was just, I just heard God whisper and say, hey, let's take a leap of faith and let's get help.
Hancock served as Apalachee's head football coach since 2018. While he will still be teaching, he's now focused on helping other coaches struggling with their mental health.
Coaches got big egos, and we do. But sometimes we need to take a step back and realize, swallow that pride and say, hey, I need help. I've just got a peace about the decision. I've talked to several people that know me well, and they're like, man, you sound like Mike, and you sound like yourself. And that was the biggest thing. And
Hancock says in addition to continuing to teach, he's also looking forward to spending more time with his wife and kids as he continues to receive counseling and connect with other coaches. Guys?
Yeah, it's good to hear that he's getting the help he needs. I mean, so much has been said about the students having to return back to the scene of so much trauma and tragedy and go back to school there. But, you really almost forget that these teachers, these coaches and staff members have been really affected by this too.
Yeah, and a lot of it is knowing what resources are available for them. So that's something he's working on helping others connect to as well.
Yeah.
We wish him well. Kim, thanks.